On the left.
Okay. So this one's the left. Go ahead.
It's a producer stuff. There's a passion in some of his own singing. So, yeah, that door, everything. The first of the doors, yeah. They think is what comes in. Also, I feel like his name is a studio and I'm seeing it out. So when you get to your friends. Making your body. Yeah. Where are these two connected? That's crazy. Oh, with the hats? In the top, in the middle, these windows. I don't think it is. I'm gonna just focus on it for a bit. Also, the helicopter, which can see in the distance. Hear someone? Someone here, another guy. I don't know. Pluto.
At first I was like,
Right.
now it seems
I let you south know, and they're rolling on it. Just so you know. Are you? Not right now. I'll be here. Are you good?
It's an old, so kind of like, yeah.
can get you all attention, there are no hang songs for me. And if you have your cell phone on, if you can vibrate or silent, please don't make a phone call here. If you need to do so, please go on the side and make a phone call and all of that. So, anything, y'all have any questions or anything?
You know what? It's okay.
No, I have like a really long reasoning. It's fine, honestly. It's
All rise. Be seated. All rise. Superior Court of Barrow County is now in session.
Thank you, and please be seated. And good morning, everyone. My name is Curry Mingledorf. I'm assigned to preside over this morning's proceedings. We're here for a limited purpose this morning. I do want to note for everyone's benefit that there is, as everyone certainly is aware, considerable interest in what has occurred in our community. For that reason, the court has seen fit under Rule 22 of the Superior Court, Uniform Superior Court rules to allow media outlets to record some of these proceedings. However, under those rules, the court has set in place certain limitations, and I just want everyone to know that the media has been informed of that, and I'm confident that they will comply with that. But otherwise, there is to be no filming or recording by any members of the public or any other individual other than those authorized specifically by the court in its signed ruling. Are we ready, counsel, to begin and bring the defendant in?
State's ready, Your Honor.
All right.
Defense is ready.
All right. All right, good morning, sir. Are you Mr. Colt Gray?
Yes, sir.
My name's Curry Mingledorf. I'm assigned to preside over this morning's proceedings. Mr. Gray, I do need to inquire as to whether you're able to read and write the English language.
Yes, sir.
All right. I also want to inform you, I want to ask you, do you understand that you have the right to be represented by an attorney in these proceedings?
Yes, sir.
And you are, in fact, represented today, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Zane Harmon, you're here on behalf of this defendant, is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And you understand that you have the right to be continuously represented throughout this proceeding, and if you cannot afford to hire counsel, then this court is obligated under the Constitution to provide counsel for you without cost to you. All right. I am going to inform you of a few other matters, and I'm not going to ask you anything, just inform you. So one is, I want to make sure that you are aware that you have the right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything at all. And it's important to understand that because anything you might say could be used against you at further proceedings associated with your case. I want to inform you of the charges that you currently face. In essence, you are charged with 4 counts of felony murder, as outlined in the state warrants that have been issued against you. I want to make you aware that the maximum penalty for felony murder, so for each count, the maximum penalty is that you could be punishable by death, by imprisonment for life, without parole, or by imprisonment for life, with the possibility of parole. If you have any questions about these charges, then I would urge you to discuss those with your attorney. I would invite you, Mr. Harmon, to inform the court as to whether there's a request for bond at this time.
At this time, Your Honor, there is not a request for bond. We will file the appropriate motions if that becomes necessary.
All right. An indictment by the grand jury for most felony offenses or accusations, you have the right to receive an indictment for these offenses. And I assume Mr. Brad Smith is here on behalf of the DA's office, or he is our district attorney, and he's accompanied by Ms. Patricia Brooks, who is his chief assistant. A preliminary hearing, you'll have the right also to a preliminary hearing, unless you make a bond, which of course at this point there's no bond being requested, or unless you waive such a hearing. You have the right to a speedy and public trial by a judge or a jury. You have the right to confront and cross-examine all witnesses. You have the right to call witnesses on your own behalf and testify in your own defense if you so choose. As you sit here in this courtroom today, under the law, you are presumed innocent. Your refusal to testify at any point in any proceeding will not be used against you in determining whether you are guilty or not guilty. Counsel, let me just inquire as to whether there are any other items that the court should address before we conclude this preliminary hearing.
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Well, I do have one piece of information to convey to the court. There was a development yesterday afternoon that makes it necessary for our office to have alternate counsel appointed, and arrangements have already been made in that regard. I've already explained that to Mr. Gray, and alternate counsel will be appointed by the end of the day today.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. Donna C. Graves. All right, then with that, this hearing is concluded, and you may escort this defendant out. All right, with that, I understand that we have another first appearance hearing, and I think that we're going to have a little bit of a recess before we conduct that, unless everyone's ready to proceed with that. I think that I told the media outlet that I would recess briefly to allow them to kind of reconfigure what they're doing, and so we'll be in recess for a short time until I'm informed that everyone's ready. All right? Thank you.
Rather than on the step.
What do you think? You can be a little lower though. I guess it's fine. You think they can?
Because I just don't want anybody to trip.
Yeah. I think.
And then if we back up, we can get more people. Or more cameras in.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just. She's good. Connected.
Yeah.
My cable's short.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, we'll leave it.
We're
Left
trying
my other one at home.
we're trying to back it up so more cameras can see easier.
Oh, I can probably transfer to put my lab out there.
Or no, I can have my cable. I can borrow you. I just have to go to the truck to get it. Or
I can.
dad is. I'm hearing that the dad is.
Being brought in.
They're gonna bring him in for his.
They're gonna what?
I think they're gonna bring him in for his.
Oh, no. Right, instead of breaking. Yeah.
Mic check 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello. Mic check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mic check. Mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right.
Mic test 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're welcome. Do you need a mic test? One.
Good, thank you.
Okay. Well, I probably don't talk as loud as they do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10.
I've done some of the stuff like that. I try to plan my vacations around big events, but I don't want to back down. Like back to I don't want to be a part of that. What are you thinking? Yeah. He's gonna be real trappy that weekend. You're kind of in a rush. It's like when right, you want to move. I just don't want to. You have a lot going on. I want to get in front of you, but I also don't want to get and I do absolutely nothing. Yep. That's what our other post office does. He looks at is that okay? Our biggest thing is to take things just blow it out of proportion. And so he's like, ooh, what's the big count? And so he's like, oh, this, and this. He's like, oh, in 1 week? Yep. Nope, that's the week I'm thinking about. And then they were like, hey, you want to do that shit? Not a problem. I'm like, hey. He should have said, no, I tried. I forgot that I needed to hear this. I forgot that this was the week. Yeah. Well, and then they were talking about coming up here today. And they're like, when I get out of here, but it's tight. Nothing wrong with it. Yes. You gotta get up at 4, so you gotta be ready. Yeah. Oh, I live in McDonald's, so I had to get up at 4:30. Yeah, I had to get up at 4:30. And then I left. I was timing it like I would any other day, which I or no, I was overcounting. And so I was like, okay, John. So stopping at me at something green. I got to be there by 6 o'clock. Where are you going to be? Not sure. Yeah, I don't know.
I was just like, she was like, Gary didn't say that. I was like, all right. I'm sitting right here with you. And they was like, that's easy.
Mic check, mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Yeah.
I'm sure for security. I'll do what I can.
The mic go on, yeah, okay. Plus 48, yeah. Depending on the night, all the stuff. Oh, okay. You have ready to fit.
Wait, so if he's coming back, then I can get him coming back. The static shot.
And this, that's not.
The static shot.
Okay. Hang on, Jane. Hang on. I got it.
I'm usually hardwired for these kind of situations. So I'm going to talk about the hardwired for a second. Just in case somebody else likes to, that's something new. So you guys no. That was the place you have to
Yeah, it was. It's because it's not mine. I don't know why it's not sliding in. Anybody? 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 I don't know how they had it in the hole. It's not going down. Amazing. Yeah, I think that maybe that's how it was. It's not yet. It won't go in.
And that's why
It doesn't fit. Yeah, that's probably why it came off, right?
Oh, that's why, Mike.
Yeah, how did you get this in there?
It was in a minute ago until you took it out.
Which, no, it fell out. Which one did you have it in?
Right here.
Oh, you just, okay. That's why it fell out. Yeah. This whole thing.
fine. They go together. Yeah. That's very good.
Also let you know about a preliminary hearing that's been scheduled for you. Why don't you just state your name, please? All right, pull the microphone down, please. There you go. All right, and how old are you, Mr. Gray?
54.
And are you able to read and write and understand the English language without
Yes,
any
sir.
difficulty?
Yes, sir.
How far did you go in school?
11th grade GED.
Okay. And I note that you have counsel seated with you at the table. Do you understand that you have the right to be represented by an attorney at all times for this and all future proceedings in your case?
Yes, sir.
And you understand that, of course, if you cannot afford an attorney, that the public defender will be appointed to represent you upon your request.
Yes, sir.
All right. And counsel, would you identify yourself, please, for the record?
Donna Seagraves, we are going to have new counsel assigned to Mr. Gray later today.
All right. Thank you. All right. Okay. Sorry. Just need to make sure that the system is working. And all right. So the following aren't questions that I'm going to ask. I'm just informing you of some things. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you at further hearings or at a trial on the charges that you're facing. For this hearing, you're not going to be questioned about facts and circumstances surrounding your charges. You are currently charged with, and you'll be provided with copies of the warrants if you don't already have them. You're currently charged with 2 counts of felony murder in the second degree. You're charged with 4 counts of felony involuntary manslaughter. You're charged with 8 counts of felony cruelty to children in the second degree. Now, for these offenses, for the felony murder counts in the second degree, felony murder in the second degree, the maximum penalty for each count is up to 30 years imprisonment. For felony involuntary manslaughter, of course, again, there are 4 counts. The maximum penalty for each of those offenses is 10 years imprisonment. For the 8 felony cruelty to children counts, the maximum penalty under the law for each of those 8 counts is 10 years imprisonment, for a maximum total possible penalty for the charges that you currently are facing of 180 years imprisonment. If you have questions about these charges, which I assume that you will, the court urges you to discuss those with your attorney. Let me inquire as to whether there's a motion for bond if Mr. Gray is moving for bond at this time.
No, sir, not at this time. We will allow alternate counsel to make that decision.
All right, thank you. All right, I also need to inform you that you have the right to an indictment by a grand jury, and you also have the right to a preliminary hearing unless you make bond or waive such a hearing. You have the right to a speedy and public trial by a judge or jury. You have the right to confront and cross-examine all witnesses. You have the right to call witnesses on your own behalf and testify in your own defense if you so choose. I want to make it clear to you, Mr. Gray, that you are presumed innocent. Your refusal to testify at any point cannot be used against you in determining whether you are guilty or not guilty. I mentioned the first appearance hearing a moment ago. That is being set for you for December 4th, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. Currently that's set to take place in the Magistrate Court of Barrow County. It could be subject to change, but I just want you to know that that is the date that we currently have. In fact, counsel, could you approach, please? I have this, let's see, I need to scratch this out. This document that discusses bond and gives the date of the preliminary hearing, and I guess I could sign that, and then he can just get a copy of it. And then the warrants are attached to that. So I would like for him to sign it. Please.
want me to go ahead and give him his copy?
Yes, please.
And the page continues. And are these his copies of the warrants?
Those are provided, and they say service copies on them, so I assume that they're for him. Sergeant Briscoe, do you concur with that? Is that what those copies are for?
That's the detention center.
Those are for the detention center? So he's got his own copies, or he'll have them provided? All right, so the detention center wants to hold on to those. Those who are in the gallery who have an interest and who have appeared, I appreciate the decorum that has been maintained throughout this proceeding, or both of these proceedings today. And with that, this matter is adjourned.
The attorney who's going to represent you, I think his name is James Rogers. We're going to have the official later today, but he'll come and see you probably the first part of next week.